Jag har följt med dem sedan tidigt 80-tal. Jag har faktiskt 2 band som jag ska boka av. Status Quo har jag aldrig lyckats se live. Så nu kan jag äntligen boka av dem.
If you want to, turn me on to. Now anything you really want to. Turn me on to your sweet love. In the night time, in the right time. Now anytime.
Du var på Furuvik igår.
Yes.
Och vad jag förstod, det var en braksuccé.
Det var fett. Jag tycker det var jävligt fett liksom. Det var bra gubbrock. Mycket tryck i baskaggen, mycket tryck i basen. Svängde bra. Kärringarna dansa, gubbarna hoppa. Precis som det ska vara.
What do you think about the Swedish fats?
I try not to think of them at all. What do I think? We've been very lucky, as I said. They remind me of the Scottish somewhat. If they love you, that's it. There's not maybe we love you for a little bit. I mean, they just always, and it's always been a good place for us to come.
You know ABBA?
Yes, for years I liked ABBA a lot, and I was just telling somebody else that we were touring Australia, and I had this cassette player with me, and we were sitting at an airport, and I was fascinated with the track Ring Ring, and all the Aussie crew were taking the piss because everybody wanted to say that ABBA you shouldn't like, particularly being in a rock band. And by the time they did Super Trooper and Visitors, which I thought was their fantastic album, I was really sad they broke up. And then of course it's one of those things that happens in showbiz. We all love them now, don't we? And that really kind of annoys me, but they were truly superb and still are.
Well, I'm the type of guy who will never settle down. Where pretty girls are, well, you know that I'm around. I kiss them and I love them, cause to me they're all the same. I heard them in a squealer, they don't even know my name. I'm with a wanderer, hey, a wanderer. I roam around, 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 around. Oh, well, there's Flo on my left and then there's Mary on the right. And Janie is the girl, well, that I'll be with tonight. And when she asked me which one I love the best, I tear her off the curtain, show her Rosie on my, cause I'm a wanderer, hey, a wanderer. I roam around, 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 around. I roam from town to town, life without a care. I was happy.
What's the big difference between touring now and in the 60s?
Oh, I can't live long enough to tell you all that. There are just so many differences, apart from budget really. It was, people want to say a lot more fun, and it was more carefree because it was new, and now everything's so budget driven, i.e. the reason we have to do it is because we're contracted to do it. Perhaps in the 60s and 70s, you just wouldn't do it. But technically it's all changed, and we didn't use in-ear monitors. There were no monitors in the 60s, the PA systems were useless. Everything was so inferior to what it is today. But if you listen to most of the records we all grew up on, lots of us, including him, they were made with bad equipment, engineers that didn't know what they were doing, things being out of tune, all sorts of things, but still great records. So fundamentally, no matter how good and things we have today, the computers that we have today, and you can make really great product. If the song's no good.
Would you like to ride my butterfly? Whoa. Writing on a dark blue paper plate, getting seasick, sorry once again.
If you were able to bring back one of the legends that have played here, to play with you in one
Little
song.
Richard, probably. It just struck me, Little Richard. Well, when I was young, I saw Little Richard, and I still see footage of Little Richard. And there are many influences Status Quo have had, but the energy that Little Richard and his band put into even something like Lucille or Tutti Frutti, or any of those songs that are very similar, 1-4-5 sequences that we use, or we're trying to find that magic. There was a couple of shows back, we were somewhere in Norway, I think, and you go out as you normally do, and you hope it's going to be, but something develops, and it's like this ball of energy develops in the centre of the stage, and then you're just riding on it, as opposed to you're always trying to get it to there, and then it sails the rest of the way. And it seems that people like little Richard, he just walks on and it's there.
Yeah.